Let's look at Inazuma's concepts. Starting off with the 2D renders, Yoimiya was going to have a little goldfish as an accessory. Toma's necklace was going to be different from the dog tag that we normally see him in. Don't look at me like that. Goro's hair is slightly different, with his hairpiece being a headband. Shinobu's mask was going to have a different design, incorporating pink into it. Kokomi had a different everything. She had a different design and a different name. Her original name was Mimi, and this was apparently 3D modeled before they scrapped it. Ayato's sleeves was supposed to be rolled up higher to reveal the armor underneath. He also has some concept art. Moving on, Kazuha's hair is going to be a little more messy, with this light gradient. His bandage was supposed to be loose, and this pendant was going to be a little more elaborate. Fun fact, these are actually traits you can see in the cutscene for Kazuha's backstory. In his concepts, he was going to have shorter or longer hair with gold eyes. Raiden's kimono was going to be a completely different design. She had lighter colors and more leaves incorporated into her design. She also had a vision for some reason. In her concept, she was going to have a completely different personality, with her being villainous and over the top, as seen with her pretty elaborate design. There's some concepts of Makoto and There's also some various concepts of Raiden wearing more armor and hakama pants instead of the kimono design in the final version. There are also concepts for her sword and her splash art. Miko's concept seems to be kind of on target for what we got in the final version. Her design was a whole lot more ornate. They wanted to prioritize what they liked while simplifying it. Speaking of an on-target design, Chiori is one of those, with them playing with concepts of her tights and her hair. In Heizou's early concepts, he was originally a ninja, with varying red, purple, and blue color palettes. Then he was Ayato's advisor, or someone that would work under the Kamisato family, as he shares elements from Ayato's design. Then they finally decided he should be a detective, with the first concepts for this having clear Sherlock inspirations. They also played with the idea of him being part snow leopard, or he skinned it and is wearing its fur. You know what? I like the first option. Psycho. In his next concept, he's wearing black, gray, and red with glasses. In his next concept, he went from the tall model back to the short one. And then we get to his first renders, where he has blue eyes. In fact, there's other concepts with a blue color palette. They were also playing with this theming, either being leaves or flowers. In Itto's early concepts, he was a military general of some sort, before that immediately got thrown out the window. In some of his early concept art, he was going to have black hair and claws. Then they changed his hair the white, and that was the thing they immediately rolled with. He was originally going to have the short male model with a black, white, tan, and red color palette, and then he got upgraded to the tall male model. From here, his concepts are pretty consistent with his original color palette and outfit. For the final version, they added purple and changed some ornate details. Mizuki was originally going to have the child model, as demonstrated in all of her concept art. She was designed more like a mystical creature, with her original element being Hydro, and her original weapon being a polearm. They seemed to not really know how to approach her concept, and then they introduced her maid theme, which made it into the final version. Kirara was going to have pink hair with a pink color palette, and the color palette changed from pink to blue or green, and then she was going to be a yokai doctor, and then they ditched the pink hair and green color palette for blonde hair and a blue color palette, with her element being Geo and her weapon being a claymore. There's also concepts of her skill and burst. So those are some of the concepts I'll be going over today. Tell me how you